Morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, May 30th. It is about 5:30 in the morning. It's just before my alarm is about to go off, and I have so much to do that I couldn't sleep. I was up all night with my son who isn't feeling well, so I imagine I'll be taking a power nap sometime today. But today is my cover reveal, so if you stick around to the end of the video, you'll get to see that. And I have tons I need to do today, so I need to be really productive. On Wednesdays, I take my son's homeschooling materials to his school and turn those in and get more. I need to go mail some books at the post office, and I have some laundry I need to do at the laundromat. I need to get started on my piece of an anthology. I'm trying to build a website. I have tons going on today, so I'm gonna make some coffee and get my day started. What's up, you guys? It is 8:50 in the morning and I am headed out to run some errands. I have to drop off my son's schoolwork and pick up some new schoolwork for him to do this week. And then I need to go to the post office and mail some books and then go to the laundromat. And then I'll catch up with you guys later because I need to start writing as soon as I get home. All right, bye. Home from running all of my errands, and I think that my lack of sleep is catching up with me. So I'm gonna write for a little bit, maybe just outline the story that I'm doing. It's a Christmas anthology. I kind of already know where I'm going with it, so I might just try and like bust out the first chapter, have a little lunch, and take a nap and catch back up with it. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay. Today is turning into one of those days that is going to quickly get away from me. I'm not having a lot of me time, which is to be expected right now. Both kids are home. My youngest son is homeschooled, as I mentioned in my intro video. We turned in his stuff today, and he's being a little extra today. So I'm having to help him spell every word available. Yeah. So, and then my oldest is home with a really bad sunburn that had him up all night, just crying and in so much pain. So I just got him taken care of. My cats are fighting. I have no idea what's going on. I've made myself a little snack. I got a big thing of tea. I'm going to try and get going on this anthology project that I put together in my group, my tribe, my group of author friends. We put together a holiday anthology, and I'm really excited about it. And since I just finished writing How We Fall and getting the edits done, getting the beta notes done, my cover reveal is today. I'm finally feeling, a little bit settled and like I can move on to the next project. I have a really hard time. I can't do two projects at once, and I have a really hard time if I'm still in one voice getting into the next voice to move on to something else. I've tried and failed miserably. I think one time I actually used characters' names from another story in one story, so I'm not the kind of girl who could do more than one project at a time. So I'm going to attempt to get some writing done, and I really think that I'm going to take a nap. That lack of sleep is really catching up with me right now. I'm really tired. My eyes hurt. My head hurts. So I'm going to write maybe for an hour and then lay down and then try and get back to it, or maybe even do it tonight when everybody kind of settles down for the day. Okay, so I will see you in a minute. Okay, so I woke up from my nap actually feeling a little bit worse. My throat kind of hurts. And I slept way too long, which is probably why I don't feel very good. So I think I need to clean my room because it's kind of a mess. My son, who was sick, slept on my floor last night, and then my bed's just a mess, and my desk is turning into a mess, and yeah. So I think I tried to write, and I wasn't feeling it too much, and probably because it's a mess, I can't hang when there's a mess. So I think I'm gonna go upstairs, and I'm gonna make another cup of coffee, see how much of a mess they've made upstairs before dinner, and then I'm gonna try and maybe do some outlining. So let's go see what it's looking like upstairs. What are you doing, baby?
What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm gonna make some coffee because I woke up from my nap not feeling too good. Okay, so I'm gonna make myself a cup of this. I don't know if it's Gloria Jean's Raspberry Chocolate Lava. It is so good. I found it at the store over the weekend. Wait, it smells exactly like chocolate cake when it comes out. It smells like dessert. It's so good. So I love that. And then while that brews, I'm gonna see if I can find one of my plotting worksheets because I'm having a hard time coming up. I don't know, maybe it's because it's a short story and I'm not good at writing short stories, so I'm going to do a little bit of outlining, I think, and use one of my old graphs. So we'll get a cup of coffee and we're going to go ahead and work on this. Coffee is done. Let's put some creamer in it and then take all of our stuff back downstairs to my desk. And then I'm going to probably clean up my desk a little bit and clean up my room so I feel a little bit better, and then work on maybe outlining. Even though I probably won't follow it, it'll make me feel better. So let's get the cap on the coffee. That one doesn't work. Super. Okay. And we'll take it all back downstairs and see what we can get done. And I haven't seen my cats after they got in a big fight. I don't know where they are. They're being so weird. Jojo's in your bed? That's good to know.
I think she used to be on my chair.
She was on your chair. Okay. They had to go to a cat sitter. Oh! And here is Hazel. There's my baby girl. Though she's kind of being a brat and being an instigator with the other cat. They had to go to a kitty sitter and they came back both just really weird and territorial. And this one is being just kind of mean. But, okay. So I'm going to clean up my desk. I'm going to clean up my room a little bit. Maybe light a candle or something and see if I can kind of get those creative juices flowing. everybody, I am back. It is 6:30 my time and we just finished dinner here at my house. We had fish and asparagus and fresh pineapple tonight. It was absolutely delicious. I didn't get as much done as I had wanted to do today. It was just one of those days where everybody kind of needed me and I was really distracted with social media because like I said, today was my cover reveal and I was getting tagged all over Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, which was really exciting. My cover reveal went pretty good. I've never done a big official cover reveal before, so I can't really say, one way or another how successful it was. But as far as like pre-orders and getting some to be reads on Goodreads and some follows on my Facebook page, I think it went pretty good. So I'm definitely going to try one with my next book so that I can kind of have something to gauge it on. I didn't get as much done as I wanted today, as I said, and it's not really a big deal to me. I'm usually very productive and I'm gonna get everything done on another day. I'm starting a beta reading project tonight, so let's move on to the cover reveal. So that is the cover for How We Fall. It's the second book in the Men of Evansdale County series, and big shout out to Reggie Dean Ching of R+M Photography. He's an amazing photographer and an all-around great guy who made my first purchase of an expensive model photo really easy to do and really easy to pick out, and he worked with me the whole way. He's just a really great guy. And the model is Jamie Walker, also a really awesome guy. I'm going to go ahead and link them down both below so that you can follow them and check them both out. I'm sure they would appreciate that. Oh, kitty cat right there in the back. I'm really, really excited about this book. This is something, it goes way back. When I started writing The Space Between Us, which is the first book in that series, I had started writing my characters, Emma and Dean. Dean was a young man going into the military, and Emma was sort of a wild child, a little bit of a hippie, and they meet before he goes away. And I got about 20,000 words in, and I hated it. I hated it. I hated them. I hated the story. I had a basis of what I wanted it to be. I knew that there was going to be certain elements. I knew there was going to be an orchard. I knew I wanted them to be opposites. I really wanted to do an opposites attract, but they weren't working for me. So I went back to the drawing board. Hi. So there's that. I went back to the drawing board and then I rewrote it as Dean was an ex-Marine with PTSD, and then I had Emma being a newly divorced woman moving back home, and that didn't work either. They hated that. And I got really upset. I was like, oh no, I'm a fraud. I can't write this book. And I went back to my roots, to a story I wrote a long time ago called How We Fall. It was a story on a blog. It was about a young girl named Haley and her relationship with these two brothers who at the time were Tyler and Finn. And I realized that Dean was Tyler. So I made Dean Tyler, and then I came up with a new backstory for my Emma. And I also pulled from another story I'd written called The Boxer and the Ballerina, and everything just came together. So when I started writing them, I needed to give some depth to my new Tyler, who was now Dean. So I gave him this brother Finn, and I kind of gave him a little bit of a different backstory, still with some trauma. Well, a lot of trauma, unfortunately for Dean. I guess I upped the trauma from Tyler's life. Suddenly I thought, this could be a thing. I mean, what if I brought Finn to life? And so I had him working in a restaurant, which he'd been doing in my blog story, and I just threw Haley in there as one of his employees. And then I thought, this could be a series. So I had the idea, okay, you know what? I'm going to write Haley and Finn, but I don't want to write them the way I wrote them on my blog. I want to reinvent them. And they didn't let me do that either. I am so in love with this story. I'm so in love with these characters. My beta readers have told me that Finn and Haley are now their new favorite couple, and that Finn is their new book boyfriend, which as a romance writer, that is what you want to hear. I want to write book boyfriends. Finn is amazing. He's a very talented chef. He is refined. He's elegant. He's kind of mysterious and so, so sexy. Like, gotta fan myself, girl. He is sexy. He's downright sexy. And Haley was a blast to write. She is a little mouthy. She's a little feisty, not feisty in a cliche kind of way.
she is who she is. She is unapologetically herself. She's a little bit adorkable. Just in a few little quirks. Gosh, I can't gush about them enough. If I could write a second book about them, I would, and I might. I really had a blast with it, and I hope you guys do too. I'm gonna put the links to the pre-order down below. Right now it's $2.99. The price will go up to $3.99 a week after release. And if you could add it to your to be reads list on Goodreads, I would be so, so grateful. I'm gonna go ahead and take off. I'm gonna get some wine. I'm gonna get started on this beta project. So go ahead and subscribe, and I'm gonna put the link. It's gonna be in one of these corners. Haven't gotten that down yet. And if you could please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in a few days. Bye.